Welcome to this week's Weekly Whistle. This is Chris Rastatter, NCAA Men's Basketball National Coordinator of Officials. In this week's video, we will discuss the pivot foot and traveling. When players are allowed to travel, they gain a distinct advantage over their defenders. Officials are trained to quickly identify the pivot foot when a player gains control of the ball. It starts by putting oneself in a good position to see the entire play. Let's look at some plays. Black 3 catches a pass on the wing and quickly establishes his right foot as his pivot foot on the catch. If in doubt, give the ball handler the benefit of the doubt. In this case, it will make his left foot the pivot foot. Black 3 lifts that pivot foot and returns it to the floor before starting a dribble. Number 3 has committed a traveling violation. On this play, the trail official does a nice job of getting into good position prior to Black 25 catching the pass. When Black 25 controls the ball, his right foot is on the floor, making that foot his pivot foot. Watch as 25 steps with his left foot and then with his right before releasing the ball to start a dribble. Black 25 has committed a split step travel, which is correctly called by the official. White 34 ends his dribble in the post and establishes his left foot as his pivot foot. On his spin move to the basket, he lifts his left foot, returns it to the floor before releasing the ball on a try. This is a travel and should have been called. When the ball enters the post, it is the outside officials, the trail or the center, that have primary responsibility to identify the pivot foot and call the travel. On this play, Blue 32 catches a pass and lands on his right foot, quickly followed by the left foot. Giving 32 the benefit of the doubt, his left foot is identified as his pivot foot. On his spin move, he picks up that left foot and returns it to the floor before releasing the ball on a try. This play was correctly called a traveling violation by the center official. This is a good example of two officials working the mechanics. The lead official is primarily responsible for illegal contact, while the center and trail officials are primarily responsible for the feet. Well done by this crew. On this drive to the basket, White 11 ends his dribble with both feet off the playing court. His right foot lands first, thus establishing that as his pivot foot. He takes one step, jumps off that left foot. He then releases the ball on a try before his right foot hits the floor. This is a good example of a legal Euro step, and 11 was incorrectly called for a traveling violation. Traveling is once again a point of emphasis for the 23-24 season. These players are very quick with their feet and the ball. Officials are trained to identify the pivot foot early. Do not split hairs and call the obvious travel violations. They are also reminded that missed travels will lead to points and fouls. Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you learned something about traveling and how it is officiated. Best of luck to you and your schools this weekend, and we'll see you next time.